If you're looking for somebody who's a great example of a young entrepreneur, stay tuned for this one, everybody. You will learn a lot. Get up. Welcome, everyone, the Your Little Castle show, where we get to highlight those leaders in our community making a difference who may be around us and among us, and we don't even know it because, you know, we're busy. We don't pay attention to that. But, man, it's exciting to have our guest on here today. Logan Ayler. Ayler is a entrepreneur extreme. Started off as a very young age. We found out in the first show he's 16 years old and running a successful lawn care and landscaping company. He has some mentorship, though, and that's important. Dad has joined us here. He's a supervisor, and that's his dad, Brian. And we like to put on our show guests like this who will help us to understand what it takes to start and run a successful business, even from scratch. So pick up here. I've got my list of questions here. Mom said, Carter, you guys are going to meet my mom in a minute. She's the director. My dad always made the joke. She was the director of everything, but she kept things going. And she said, I knew I had to have an outline. So we've got an outline here, but I wanted to start off with what we finished the last show with, but I had to cut you off because we get close to the end there. What is it that the biggest mistake people make when they're making lawn care and landscaping decisions?
Yeah, so I think the biggest mistake people make is they try to price shop for the cheapest person. There's nothing wrong with that, but they usually get the cheapest guy, and usually that's usually not the best thing. It's just they don't have the professionalism, the quality, the professional equipment to get the job done right. The quality's not there with the work they do. Yeah,
well said. We covered some of that in that first show, but if you missed the first show, tons of information. We had a whole second show here. It's going to be totally different. That answer was different, a little bit different than the first one. Dad, expound upon that. What do you see that people make the biggest mistake?
You hit the nail on the head. I mean, it's quality is basically what you're paying for. Also, you're paying for the person to come to your house with it's an LLC. You have to have insurance. You might want to ask the people who are cutting your grass if they have that. They hit a gas line, they hit a rock through your window. You're going to be the one picking up that bill, not the other person, not the company mowing your lawn.
Yes, and the insurance company will be asking questions. Who's paying for this? Not us, because it wasn't done by an insured person, et cetera. And those are always the important things. So take note on that one, everybody. Just always do it right the first time. Hire the right people, because you will save yourself a lot of hassle in the long term. Yes. But I would imagine, tell me, I'm not going to guess, but I'm imagining, what percentage of your business would you say is residential, and then is there any commercial work you do, and what does that break down?
Yeah, as of now, we're 100% residential, but within the next few years, we're maybe looking to get into some commercial properties.
Yeah, commercial's a different monster. Dad, do you have any tips for him on that?
I would say stay in residential. Commercial likes to hold on to their money and not pay very fast. So if you're looking to get paid, I would stay in the commercial, or the residential, excuse me.
Yeah, I gotcha. And yeah, it's a different monster. I remember when AB, back in the day, and then there was some, I don't even want to get into specifics, I do remember some of it, but it was 90-day payout, and then they took it to 120.
Yep.
It's like, holy cow, it's a half a year before they got to pay some people. Yeah. But that's, if you want to play with the big guys, those are the rules.
Yes.
So, yeah. And can cause smaller guys to struggle a little bit and start having to take out loans. But that's the world we're in, and that's how you do it. But what do you like most about the residential? Why do you appreciate residential so much, you think?
I enjoy residential just because of the customer relationships. With commercial, you just won't have that. Making a customer relationship is really just it's something I enjoy, and just servicing just a small property, and the detail is the attention to detail just on the residential properties I like.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into that. Dad, what do you like about the residential for him?
Like I said, he's spot on. Just build a relationship. Once you build a relationship, you have a lifetime relationship with the customer. It just goes on and on. Once the big companies, they don't spread your name as much as the residential. You do a good job for Betty or Kathy, they're going to spread it to their friends, and then you just get new clients, and then the ball keeps on rolling down the hill.
There you go. Get that ball rolling is the key. And we've got some experts here that have taken the time and energy and everything else it takes to get that done. It's pretty exciting seeing somebody here doing what you're doing. What do you enjoy about the St. Louis market that you're in, and why is St. Louis the preferred place for you to do what you're doing?
Yeah, so we enjoy the St. Louis area just because of the environment. I've seen videos and stuff of different areas, and it's just a whole different environment just based on where you're at. So I like the environment we're in and the customers we can serve.
There you go. And St. Louis is a great environment. It also does it help a little bit with business because of the weather we got so much to change here. You said you guys do some snow plowing during the winter, but you got a lot of rain. So there's some times when the grass is growing real fast. Do you ever have to cut lawns twice in a week? Or are you always once in a week? Or how often do you cut lawns?
Yeah, so it depends on the time of the year. When it's the drought in the summer, we sometimes have to skip lawns and stuff like that. We try not to, but when we sometimes do have to cut it twice when it's growing really fast. But yeah, it all depends on the time of the year and stuff like that.
Yep.
Well said, Dad. Is he handling things here well?
Yeah, we do what we have to do in order to keep the customers happy. If we have to cut it twice, we'll cut it twice and charge the customer once. So just to make sure the customer gets customer satisfaction is number one.
There is the option here in this case where you can measure once but cut twice.
Yes, exactly.
but you can't cut twice. It's something, but it's like a haircut. It's easier to cut more. You
Yeah.
don't want to cut too much.
Yeah.
No.
They come back, hey, you cut my grass too short. Now it's killing grass or whatever.
Rule of thumb is what?
1/3.
1/3 of the grass.
1/3 of the grass is generally
The rule of thumb, or
Yeah,
you'll
2/3.
or you'll stunt the grass.
okay. All right, learning here, everybody. Sharing
Yeah.
some trade secrets they're giving us here, everybody. So good stuff to
And
hear.
every yard has a different cut. You know, a lot of these landscapers just put it on one setting, and that's what they cut it every single yard at.
Every yard is different.
Yep.
Type of grass, type of everything just has a big impact on the height you cut it at. So we cut some yards at 4, we cut some yards at 3 inches. It all depends on the type of grass.
You have to know how to read your grass in order to be a good landscape or a good,
Lawn care provider.
lawn care provider.
Well said, everybody. And those are the things that we all want to learn to tackle because so often we do things the way we know best. But if you're going to take the time and energy to get it done professionally, number one, hire the experts. Get the experts that know what they're doing so that you're not cutting corners. Don't cut corners. That's what we're talking about here. So tell me that in being in business now for a couple of years and working in this industry many years, tell me a time when you really had to help a customer who was stuck and you knew they were in a tough situation, but you went out of your way to make a little difference for somebody.
Yeah, so just a quick example, our neighbor, he had some health issues, so we went over there and we cut the yard for free just to help him out. But I think overall, just even the work we do helps out the community from A to B, I mean A to Z. Just even transforming a landscape can really help out tremendously just from the aspect of the home.
Well said. Yeah, there's a time when you got to help somebody. Is it a benefit to help out a little bit?
Yeah, I always feel good things come back around to you. So you help somebody out, and one way or another, it's going to come back to you. You'll always end up on top later on.
Well, that is a great strategy for life. Help your neighbor as you can help yourself. Is that the phrase? I don't know if that's what it is, but do what you can.
No good deed goes unpunished.
there's that one too.
Yeah.
But it all does come around, and if you'll take the time to spend a little extra helping other people, it will make a difference for you and your and the people around you. Word spreads. We're in a community where everything is word of mouth. A lot of it's word of mouth, so that helps a lot. What's a big challenge you've already had to overcome as a business owner? You're talking about you had to upgrade some equipment. That gets costly, but you knew how to handle that. What are some challenges you've dealt with?
Yeah, so some challenges are just the timely fashion of the property. We need to keep the time low, but still do a quality job. That was a hard one to learn. Also, just the prices of rock and everything. When I first started, I didn't know any of that, and I made some big mistakes on that, of not knowing the prices of rock and then undercutting myself. But I learned to not undercut myself and
charge
what is right.
Charge what's fair, yeah. As you start cutting corners and cutting your prices, then people start saying, okay, and then things don't get done.
Yeah.
And then you have an unhappy. Nobody's happy, even if they paid.
Nope.
Right? If they didn't pay what was fair to get that work done. So we are always looking to make sure that the work is done at a quality level. I'm gonna go back to I've got to default to your. This is good stuff, man. This is the place to go. On the TV wall over here on the right, we stopped over here, and where were we at? I guess I'd actually scrolled down a little ways. There we were. We're at the new lawnmower, and there's that bush we talked about. But here we go. So what? Yeah, let's. Here's some. Boy, that's a moldy looking picture. Tell me what's going on here.
Yeah, so that's just the growth on the side of a house from just over time, and everything. So that's when we do soft washing. So we use chemicals that doesn't harm anything and doesn't harm the material of the home, and we don't power wash, so it doesn't leave streaks and everything on it. It just melts all the stuff away, and we can wash it away.
Yep. If you scroll down, that's what it will look like afterwards.
Okay, so we've got a before and an after.
Yeah, something like that. Yep, and it'll take it off. Yep, and then yep, that's a wall we rebuilt right there.
Okay, and so yeah, lots of extra work we got down here, but
just
boy, you guys are really on the ball. And I like the fact that you share so much of your work with everybody. Now,
little handyman services, puts lights up. I
lights
told you,
up.
one-stop shop.
If you need a little help with some of the other basics around the house, you can help with that too. Now here you go.
Before and after over there.
Before and after. Here we go. Now we're doing a little bit of. Is that a pressure wash, a soft wash? What kind of wash is that for making the pavement look brand new over there?
That's our surface cleaner. It's just a high pressure thing, and it gets all the grime off the surfaces, such as the driveway, walkway, patios, and stuff like that.
And then after every one, we'll go ahead and put a solution on it for the growth to not come back for like a year.
Okay.
So basically,
prevents it.
Yep, prevent it.
Preventive. Okay.
That was a pride right there. That was Logan's, one of his up one right there.
Okay.
That was a nice property that we did. Nice crisscross lines, look
So
beautiful.
now you're getting a little bit of the symbolism out there. Can you put an STL in my backyard?
I could,
too,
yeah.
Yeah, probably could, honestly.
Make that happen.
This is what that job right here looked like prior to this.
Okay, so here's the before.
That's before and after.
Okay, the before. Okay.
And
And
that was the after.
after, yeah. Some bushes kind of randomly out in the backyard there.
Yeah,
and
he
then
just wanted some.
we said, hey, let's put some gravel and some
Yeah.
aggregate, or what do they call that? But you've got
Just some rock.
some rock
Yep,
that's,
some inch
that's
clean rock.
making this all come together. And I'm just going to go. I mean, I've never seen somebody put so many pictures on their Google
Yep.
review.
This one right here, you want to tell them about that one, dude?
Yeah, so I'm not sure where it is. Somewhere on there. That's one of the ones where the bush is as high as the house, and we trimmed everything up, made
This house
everything
right
look
here?
great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We brought an
Cut
all
that
new.
down a lot. Then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. But it was crazy overgrown, and we brought in new mulch and everything, so it totally transformed the property.
Very nice house appeal.
There you go. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what you're really doing. Some of that snow removal. There you go, helping people to keep their driveways clean. Boy, how important is that?
Slip and falls, #1 accident. You don't
Yes.
want to throw a hip out.
Yeah, that's for adults over elderly. My mom, she called me. She says, Carter, guess what? And it just snowed. I thought she was going to say, can you come down? She goes, no, Carter, I got somebody that came and shoveled my driveway for me. Very critical for those in our anywhere in our world to help them, because you can't get out of the house, you can't go get service,
Right.
you can't
It's-
get
definitely.
milk, you can't do anything.
Right. And speaking of helping your neighbors, also, we're the type of people that if you help us, we help you. So you throw our name out and you get us some business, we'll be more than happy to take care of you and do free business for you also. It's kind of like you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing. So
There you go. And somebody who's been you've had your own successful business for many, many years,
Sure.
and had learned very professionally how to handle this and stay on top of the game, so you can continue to do so. Well, yeah, we went through a lot of pictures to everybody. They are available. They'll be on this website. You've got a website up and coming here, and but check that out. By the time this airs, you will see that premium lawncaremo.com. 636-445-4689. Can they text that number too?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
text, call, everything.
that
There
is
you
the
go.
company
Yes,
number.
sir.
Text that number and you can get a hold, and there's a great resource for you guys to do that. We're going to show off a little bit more of our community involvement here, and again, this is somebody close to me, but if you work hard, maybe they'll put you into a Hall of Fame too. Everybody, check out what was going on here.
Never be another you, and that all of your quirks and differences are exactly what make you beautiful. I learned that from Miss R. She has also taught me the power of community, that while individually you are all beautiful, when you work together to create art, you become immaculate. Miss R teaches her students that being a thespian is about being part of a community that not only works together to create art, but also works to create meaning in life. Being a thespian means carrying the responsibility of supporting others as they challenge themselves and reach goals they may otherwise have known they might otherwise not have known they were capable of achieving. So I'm starting to realize that if I keep speaking and tell you everything I've learned from Judy, I'm going to go way over time, and again, busy agenda. So do me a favor, Google her. I thought I'd say that. Look her up in a newspaper. While the stories that feature her work, you will recognize some of the amazing students she has had who have gone on to incredible careers both inside and outside of the arts. What you may not see unless you come, if they come to the spring play, they'll see that, is her work every day recognizing the beauty and the talents of her students and the community that they create. Judy, I am so incredibly happy to present this award to you. You are a beautiful human being. You have created and continue to foster a beautiful community. And I'm very happy to present you with your well-earned place in the Missouri Thespian.
I can't miss a little time to talk, but what I want to say to you is I think if the drama teachers took over the Department of Education, we would have a much better education system. Driving force with my whole career is the people that I worked with. And we had a wonderful group that started in the 70s and went through the 80s. And I really never intended to spend 60 years in one job. But with COVID, you know, you kind of couldn't leave. And I think it's important that you realize that you're on the shoulders of all the people before you, and that's why I wanted to do this. And I also want you to know that the people that are running this conference are just astonishing. This conference has grown so much I can hardly believe it. And I want to thank you all for being here to support the arts, because we can't have a country without the arts.
Hey, we're looking for the small business owners and leaders in our community to be on our show. This is the Your Little Castle show. We air 3 times a week, every week on ABC, and we would like to put somebody you know, or maybe it's you, who's a business owner, to be on our show. You'll sit right here in our guest chair, right here, sitting here talking to us. We're going to put on the wall your website and everything about you, and highlight you as a leader. Fill out the form you see here on our website. It's bigleagues.com, and if you go to bigleagues.com, fill out this form. It takes just a couple seconds, and you can even schedule yourself right here. Schedule yourself to be on the show, and there is no charge for us to record you. There's no charge to be in the studio. Check it out if you would like to be on. Fill out the form again, bigleagues.com. This is where we can turn any interview into a series of clips. Check that out. Go to bigleagues.com. So there you have it, everybody. And we talk about how the media has changed the way the world functions. If you don't have a handle on your media, pick up our book right here. Willie J was in the studio here with us just the other day, and we talk about Magnetize Your Media, #1 seller on Amazon. Yours truly, you can see my name there on the front. Look at the bottom there. And I helped write this book. I wrote the introduction, and they made me take my picture and put it on there. But hey, if you want to learn a bit about media, man, these days. So one of the questions I often ask people, what was media like 25 years ago? Dad could probably tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I had a flip phone, a pager, and a bag phone. I know about it.
How has the world changed with regard to media? And you can see your son now, but you've got your website coming, a Facebook, and word of mouth has really become the preferred method for people to get business. How has technology helped you to run your business? Do you have a CRM, and how do people take payments? And tell me about some of the technology you use.
Yeah, so we use a CRM called Jobber, and it just helps us with quotes, getting invoices and everything like that. It's helped out with everything, A to Z so far, from sending quotes out, getting paid and everything. So It's really helped out so far.
Yeah, it helps you to manage your clients. So you,
Yeah,
you set the
yeah.
billing up automatically. You put them in one time, and then it automatically you click the job's done, and
Yep.
they go off and
Exactly.
them. It can come out automatically. Otherwise, that's pretty cool. But yeah, but there's just a place for a database, and then you can communicate to your clients through there too, and send
Yeah.
them messages. And,
Yep.
Hey, here's an update. Watch out for the weather. We hope you're okay. Here comes spring. All those things you get to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, rain's coming. We're gonna postpone you to tomorrow, but rest assured we will get to you like always.
There you have it, everybody. And so we've got experts here again showing us how that's done, talking about it, and actually who have done it. Pretty cool. Well, tell me the process. I can only imagine by now there's a lot of people going, well, man, I want to hire these guys. I want to get Logan is my guy, man, and he's got his dad will help him here, but Logan's running the ship here. What's it like? What's the process? You tell me a little bit about it. How do people get started?
Yeah,
With it?
so most people, they call or text our number the day or the day after we go give them a quote on their property. Some of these guys, they go through like the maps on Google and
reviews,
stuff
yeah.
and gives them a quote from there, but I learned the hard way. It's not
Absolutely.
always the best way to do it. So we always show up to the property, give you a quote in person, and we get you signed up if you want to sign up for our services, and then we can give you a
cut
quote
free.
from there. And this year we're offering first cut free for any new customers.
There you go, everybody. And boy, the applications to do that, Jobber
Yeah.
to do that. Pretty soon your website will be live, and people just go there, click, and
Perfect.
fill out
Yeah.
the form, and
Yes,
come
sir.
to your and schedule. We let people.
Yeah.
I know scheduling can even be done through there. That'll be kind of neat to see.
Plus,
Yeah,
when we
well-
go to a customer's house, they can actually see the people who are doing the work rather than just, not putting a face to a name.
Yes, that's important for all of what we do, because we're all a little bit nervous these days. Make sure, who am I dealing with? Who's doing the work in my house? What's going on here? Well, tell me, what's the biggest question that people often have for you? I can imagine somebody, they say, here's a young man, but I have this question first. What's the biggest question you get from people?
It's many questions. It's mostly just sprouting from the previous guy they had. They're not doing this. They don't have insurance. So it's
Okay.
always, do you have insurance? What type of equipment do you have? And everything like that, just because of the guy they had before just didn't offer professional equipment and stuff like that.
There you go. Doing it professionally, right? Make sure you do that. Dad, tell me some of the things that you know that he's going to run into. That's a guy who's run a successful business.
Yeah, he's going to run into all kinds of variables. He just has to, overcome those and learn from experience, just like I. But if he has questions, I'm here to help him out and navigate his journey, being an entrepreneur. I can't give you exact answers. Everybody's different, but like I said, if he needs help, I'm there for him. He's a self-made. He reinvests everything he makes. I'm a big advocate on not giving giving him money for his journey. He has to work on his own, and he'll respect it more if he earns it himself.
There you go, everybody. You work hard and make it happen on your own. You really feel like you've achieved that, and you put a lot more energy into it. Anytime you give somebody a handout, it doesn't help them. It makes them weaker, makes them dependent. That's what we're not here on this little planet to do. So somebody, obviously, you've benefited from working with your dad a little bit. Give me some of what you feel you've gained. How everybody should work with somebody who's a mentor to them that helps you to run a business.
Yeah, so just everything. He's ran a business before, so he knows the knowledge that you need, and just sharing all that with me really helped, from invoicing to giving quotes and stuff like that, just to give the advice that helps with all things that are involved with running a business properly.
Well, that's key to it, actually, when you have that kind of mentorship available and people that you can talk to that will make sure that this thing gets done correctly. As somebody who believes that there is the father-son relationship has got to be really a great contribution
Yeah.
here, and it's a great way you can have a resource to help you get through this. Dad, tell me a little bit more about your business. What are some of the biggest nuggets that you've been able to bring down from your business that you're being able to pass on to your son?
Well, be firm, be stern. Tell the customer this is what you're worth, and don't undervalue yourself. I mean, you have if you have a number that you have to be at, don't cut yourself to meet other people's needs, because that's only going to hurt yourself in the long run. They're paying for your experience, your professionalism, and insurance, gas, fuel, truck, trailer, mowers. People think $55 is just you coming out there. It's a lot more involved than just mowing your grass for 20 minutes. There's a lot more expense on our end, and you have to look at that from a business entrepreneur's perspective. So that's what I would say. That's what's going to come down, basically.
Well, as somebody who's run a very successful business, and now, but it's got to make you feel good too.
Yeah.
What are some of the other? Do your friends know about this? Do they realize this? What are your other friends doing? Like, oh, why are you doing working so young? What does some of your friends have to say to you?
Yeah, so some of them they just don't understand because there's just different mindset between other kids my age. But it's just something I really enjoy doing, and it's honestly just something. It's more fun for me than going out, hanging out, and doing stuff like that. It's just something I enjoy, and it's something like work towards. It's a business you own. It's just something to work towards and grow.
Growth, yes. Mentorship, and
Fruit of
here it
your
is.
labor.
I like what you said. It's a mindset. Dad, you agree
It's
with
just-
that? It's a mindset.
Yeah, it's fruit of your labor. You can look back and say, I did this, just like he can look back at his Facebook page and see he started with a 5x8 trailer, in a Ford Ranger, but now he's at a Dodge Ram 1500, a 16-foot trailer, 2 brand new Skags. I mean, 52 and a 40, was it 6?
52,
52 and a what?
36.
36 mower. I mean, all bought by him. I tell him this: you've got a hill. You can either take the hard way and then take the easy way down and later on in life, or you can take the easy way now and climb your way out of the pit later on. So pick or choose one. Which one do you want?
Yes.
Choices.
Put that extra work in up front. It'll pay off later.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
you can skate back to
Been
the back end.
fortunate to have parents that kind of drilled that into me. Work hard now; it will pay off, and dive in, and then the answers will come to you. You'll have the
Exactly,
experience.
yeah,
You put
yeah.
yourself into those situations so you can learn. But ultimately, boil it down for me. We got a couple minutes left here. What do you get the most satisfaction out of from doing your job?
Yeah, so a lot of it's just from taking an overgrown lawn and making it almost like it's like an empty, just a canvas, and it's just you make a masterpiece out of everything. Just such as an overgrown landscape it just looks terrible, and then you make it your own thing. Trim shrubs, you bring new mulch in. It's just you can't even tell it's the same property after.
After the work you put in there to make it look beautiful, Dad, what do you enjoy most about watching your son on this path?
I look at him and I say, my job is to raise a polite young man, and when I look back and I see that, I know I've done my job. And what he's done is that I let him have 100% full reign of every job. He does it, and then I say, you did that, look back on it, and you said, I say, would you leave that property the way it is? And if he says yes, then he knows you did 100%. If he knows he can change something, I say, well, next time, don't leave it like that, correct it and make it right the first time. That's what he knows he has to do 100% every time, or he will not have repeated business.
It's got to make you feel good. You're in a great position. I
Yeah.
wish I had started as young as you have here. I did work at McDonald's for about 2 weeks.
Got to start somewhere.
And you got to start somewhere. They thought I was somebody to put in front of people back then, but baseball got it in the way, and I ended up getting. I think I got, what was it? Not the mumps, but mono or whatever it was back in the day. But never give up though. Keep going at it, and you'll see. And you can see the success our guest here has had. Logan, Brian, thanks guys for joining us.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Stay
Thanks for having
tuned,
us.
everybody. You're watching the Your Little Castle Show. Giddy up.